Hello. We're back, and it is almost time for stream 150, but before that is 149. Today we got a point and click game called Black Screen, called Milkmaid of the Milky Way. I don't play point and clicks really at all. I think they're almost universally kind of terrible. So I'm not going into this with the highest of expectations, but let's see. I just ask that it not be catastrophically dumb like a lot of point and clicks, like the old King's Quest games. Yahtzee made a video to the effect of, how do I put it? It's not that people stopped liking point and clicks, it's that they stopped being good. I mean, if you're gonna auto scroll the text, then I'm not gonna read it while I'm talking about point and clicks. My argument would be that they were never good, but that they represented something in the olden days which was pretty exciting. A mixture of gameplay and storytelling that you didn't get out of more action-oriented games. But now, you can, quite easily. It's not hard to make an action-oriented game, or things like RPGs, and have good visuals, good music, good storytelling. You don't need to also make it a point-and-click game which are built on the precipice of, like, puzzles and pixel hunting. Dealt another. Oop. Alright, I guess I'll start reading after this line. Pick up the cheese. My milk bucket and tools were gone. So strange. Had a thief wandered through the mountain range. Cheese! Pour fresh milk in separator. Separate the skim milk. Keep the cream for later. The milk won't curdle by default. Bring it to boil. Add vinegar and salt. Don't let it clot. Stir, stir, stir the pot. Jesus Christ! Cheese and crackers, Mooney! Well, I guess step one is find this lemon. I can't reach it. Even when I stretched my hand, elbow, and knee, I couldn't reach the fruit in the tree. Are you going to rhyme with every passage? Cows needed milking. I saw from their shutters. They tipped out impatiently with bulging udders. They got big titty! I guess I can't walk past the... Oop. Okay, double click to sprint. Sometimes. Gotta go fast. I would get it out if I could, but the nail was stuck in the wood. Oh, I just remembered. There was one point and click that I played. I didn't finish it, though, but I have played a bit of Toonstruck, where the nonsense puzzles make sense, because it's tunes. How had the bucket ended up here? Had the wind made it disappear? Just run away from home. How to make good, soothing music. Hit a couple keys on your piano. You're done. A metal pole to use as a tether. The boat had sunk in stormy weather. That would be a big mistake. I had nothing to throw in the lake. It would keep me up at nights, the thought of falling, the fear of heights. Alright, back to the cows. Looks like the audio is a little loud. I'll turn it down a bit. Can also get back here. The ominous Rectangle. Had this rock fallen from the mountainside. It was 2 meters tall and 1 meter wide. It looked like a huge salt stone, its shape mysterious and unknown. Maybe I put milk on it. It's kind of annoying that you have to wait for the screen to scroll a bit before, Jesus Christ, before you can start, like, clicking on the next spot. It's like, I want to click right to the end of where I am. Alright, girls, time to squeeze. That's some milk for the butter and cheese. It's a genetic condition. I can't stop rhyming. After milking, as always, I led the cows up to graze. Until evening, the cows could do as they pleased, but I needed to finish the butter and cheese. I looked across my rack and lawn, and all my tools were mysteriously gone. Okay. We made the cheese in kettles like these. Spinning wheel for making yarn, but we no longer kept sheep in our barn. So, before the milk went into there, I had to separate the cream with care. Crank the separator, he hand ablaze to force the cream and milk part ways. My modification was clever. Without any clutter, the cream would trickle down to be turned into butter. Had I been visited by a vandal, the separator was missing its handle. What should I do? I drew a blank. I couldn't make butter without the crank. Reading books was my greatest passion. Erland would give me my weekly ration. My parents' portrait, their wide-open stare, they seemed to be following me everywhere. Up here, I had no one to impress, so I wore my pants instead of my dress. I took the spoon. I would need it soon. Okay, so I need to find a handle. Town was a 3-hour hike away. The cows needed herding. I needed to stay. Maybe there's something in here after the cows leave. Nope. Yeah, so we already have our first hurdle. The fruit had a certain appeal with its fresh smell and yellow peel. Rhyming appeal with peel, you're already on thin ice. Couldn't use that there, I should try elsewhere. Finally remove that stubborn nail, my greatest conquest, a fairy tale. Maybe that'll work as a crank. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about of nonsense puzzles. Like, that did not look like it gave much leverage. But, oh, I guess it's enough. And now, does this work as a crank? An idea in my mind like a lit candle. Maybe the nail could be used as a handle. As far as I could tell, the nail fit really well. No time to wait. The milk was ready to separate. A cut on my hand. Something that rhymes with tetanus. I got tetanus. The churn was filled to the brim and the milk was nice and skim. Before the butter could be eaten, it had to be churned. It had to be beaten. Splap, 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 splap. The butter was done, ready for Erland's next pickup run. Next, the cheese had to be made, but missing ingredients had me delayed. So, skim milk, boil, vinegar, salt. So, there was that salt rock that fell. take a look at that. Such beauty, but so remote. I swallowed my lump in my throat. Can I just whack some salt off with the spoon? As I suspected, the rock was unaffected. Can I melt some off with... Nope. Can I milk? No. Can I butter the rock? No. A piece had fallen off the rock and picked up the decently sized block. Well, I got a little salt, but I would need something to, like, sand it or grate it. And the lemon will work in place of vinegar, I would think. Came to a halt. It looked and tasted like salt. Couldn't use that there. Couldn't use that there. Yeah, go up there real quick for me. Oh, shit, you did. The flowers I'd left here were dry as bone after being left out in the wind all alone. Whoosh. With a sudden gust, the dry flowers turned to dust. Father and me had built this for Mother. A year later, a memorial for another. What if I put salt on it? What if I put milk on it? What if I put lemon on it? What if I put spoon on it? Is there anything important up here? Doesn't look like it. And now we begin the pixel hunting game. Or maybe just throwing the rock in will be good enough. So let's try. I have an acid and I have a salt. And then I lightning sprint down the mountain. Get milk in the pot. Now it needed to get hot. Get some wood. Wood's right over there. Took some firewood, but it was wet. Everything had soaked in the rain, I bet. Salt the... Well, what do you want me to do about it? The wood was too wet, I had to admit it. I needed to dry it before it was lit. Well, now how do I go about that, then? Well, it did say that the flowers dried in the wind, so I could try that. Like, as long as the train of logic makes sense, it's okay if it's weird. A good point and click, coming from the expert who has completed 0 point and clicks. A good point and click should encourage the player to pay attention to its ramblings. It should say things that seem insignificant, but then later become significant, and the player should go, oh, well, what if I... And that's what that is there. The cairn was a place I would go to cry. This time I left the wet wood to dry. Say goodbye to the wet wood. Alright, well, like... How long do I wait? Is there something I need to do first, besides clicking off the screen and making the game pause? Cows gazed lazily on the mountain grass. For a cow, this was definitely first class. Do the cows want butter? Do the cows want salt? Do the cows want lemons? Do the cows want spoons? Do the cows want the slab? No, they don't want the slab. Alright, is there something at home? Maybe I can go to bed to wait? That was where I slept lately, not so well. Strange sounds woke me up like an alarm bell. It is not boiling yet, Mr. Game. Put butter on bed. Put salt on bed. Butter your books. Go to town? I mean, I gotta kill some time anyway. No. We are already, it seems, at the clicking around and hoping something works part of the game. 16 minutes in. Let's see if the logs have dried. I've done what I can. I really have tried. I did it. This is not where I put the logs. Unless you want me to do something with the pole. I haven't touched that yet, really. The wood had dried, now it was bona fide. Whatever you say. A writer's worst fear. A gimmick. I mean, I have to write real good and adhere to a gimmick. I can do one. Ah, you just touch it and it goes fire. Something was wrong. The smoke didn't leave. The chimney was broken, I led to believe. I'm led to believe. I was led to believe. 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 Rocks were scattered. The chimney had crumbled. Damn that storm, I mumbled. Spoon it. That didn't work. Lemon it. Butter it. Salt it. Touch it. I don't know what you want from me. I've used all my items. Looks like you can't use items on each other. Well, now what does it want me to do? 'Cause now I'm out of ideas. Something about this. Salt. Butter. Butter. Lemon. Spoon. I don't know. You can't even rub the book on anything. Yeah, that ain't happening. I don't know, something back up at the cairn? Well, now I'm pretty well stuck. The wood's back. Use the wood to make a new chimney? Hopefully, the wood respawning there is not a sign that something is bugged. Touch the slab with the wood. No. It's a different world up here, Mother had said. Past these rocks, the cows were fed. It doesn't seem like there's anything in here at all, huh? Nope. Maybe if I just keep touching it. Alright, book. Remember to keep it cool or it will melt into a pool. Paired the separator and added a feature to the accelerator. When I separated the milk and cream, it automatically runs down into a stream. Ready for butter making, it's time for bread baking. Remember to grease the door, it's been stuck before. Hinges need oil or grease when they sound like a flock of geese. In school today, a boy brought a bike. He laughed and said, "You'll fall, I swear." Writing was harder than it looked like, but it felt so good to feel the wind in my hair. I'm feeling down. I needed to leave the farm, so I'm leaving town. Edverson, my teacher, was sad to see me leave. You've a knack for science. There's much you can achieve. Dairy farming is hard, especially the cheese. I should write down Mother's recipes. Father is out with the pregnant cows, taking good care of the herd is his thing. Mother is busy inside the house. I look forward to seeing the offspring. A cow died in birth, we mourn, and I named the calf like when born. I'll take care of you, I said. She's so sweet, she's bottle-fed. Dark spots on white, she sure has a healthy appetite. Mother and father are having a row. He's angry and says she needs to rest. What's with this doing music? He's angry and says she needs to rest. She's talking about a strange glow she's seen in the mountain crest. Lately I've observed that she's been so reserved. Lake is growing, she's now eating grass. Work is hard. I miss going to class. Mother is quiet, so is father. I keep my chores and try not to bother. I like to experiment, that's just me. I tried to make lemonade from the fruit from the tree. Edverson taught about acids and base. My drink was so sour it shrunk our faces. Mother didn't come home from the mountain. Father is paralyzed. I'm walking around crying like a fountain, somehow not surprised. They gathered the men and arranged a search. The village went to look. Even the priest came from the church, but no one was found in neither nanny nor crook. They found her scarf on the cliff. When I heard, I went stiff. Mother would never do such a thing. Now father is alone with his wedding ring. Keep your head up. Finish your bowl, father says and scratches his head. Sorrow has taken a chunk of his soul. He spends most of his time in bed. We built a cairn, a statue of stone, in memory of the adored. We cried and laughed, us alone, the last two in the fjord. Father told me I had to be strong, he needed my work at the farm, my duties are taking all day long, chores that wear out my arm, a strange past year, a quiet time, no guests are coming to stay, a guilty question, but is it a crime to imagine leaving someday? For over a month, Father's been sick, his health has seen a decline, his eyes watery, his voice thick, the farm's obligation is mine. Father is better, but not as before, he says he is not of much use. Erland is helping sell our produce in the village so we don't go poor. On his weekly trips, he talks of building ships, jobs, and new careers down at the piers. Last week, I called for the doctor to come. It took him hours to arrive. Father was ill and totally glum, more dead than alive. Doing, doing, doing. Today is the day. A year has passed since Father left this earth. Things have gone by so fast. Work keeps me busy for what it's worth. I read a book, a fascinating tale of the future and what it can entail. Cannonballs flying to the moon. I read it in one afternoon. Summer is ending. There's a change in the weather, restlessness and loneliness together. This is my life. I need to stay, even if sometimes I wish I was far away. Yep, that's, no hints on fixing the chimney. Still smoking. Now it's time for clicking in circles. Yeah, it's the only two houses. It's not what I'm missing. I don't know what to do. I'm having a fit. I think that I might want to quit. Pixel hunting. Okay, that's just basic controls. Options. Stop being a point and click. No. Then what help are you? I could pick that up. Okay, just click on the rocks that are identical to all the other rocks and bingo bango. Ha ha ha, how silly of me. Can you see now why I don't like point and clicks? This is really confirming my biases. Review. Comments on the game. Point and clicks are bad games made for silly people. The stones I had found were just the right type. I started to mend the broken pipe. Sure. Boiling cheese, it smells so sweet, but the cheese was not yet ready to eat. Lemons. Squeezed the lemon from the garden, hoping it would make the cheese harden. Salt. This must be salt, I was reasoning, and threw in a good pinch as seasoning. Stir, stir, stir. The cheese was ready, I said out loud. This would have made Mother proud. Just as the chores were done for the day, "Hey, Ruth," I heard a voice on an A. It was Erlen, no doubt. I'm coming right out. Horse. The trail up here is someday be my death, Erlen said, short of breath. Pleasant. I'm glad you could make it, I had to admit. He looked at me with a frown. Have I ever let you down? So you're wearing pants today. Very manly, I must say. They were my father's. They fit me fine after some hours with needle and twine. Just be nice. He smiled and scratched his ear. How are things up here? I've had this strange feeling lately. I haven't been sleeping greatly. His mind seemed distant, his thoughts persistent. I hoped I wasn't giving him any displease, so I changed the subject to butter and cheese. Ah, about the dairy, he was looking wary. It's not as easy to sell as before. People are buying margarine at the store. Really? Margarine? Tasteless fat from a machine? Trust me, I'm just like you, up in arms. The townsfolk won't buy from the farms. This put me in a squeeze. What about my mountain cheese? Well, as far as I can tell, the cheese is easier to sell, but it's not like before when customers ran down my door. Come see the changes. You'd be surprised for sure. They even have this thing called haute couture. The only thing I could ever say, maybe some other day. Erlen looked up, a slight change in tone. So you'll continue up here all alone. It feels just like yesterday. I promised my father I'd stay. They're looking for workers down at the dock. The money is good if you work the clock. Better than farming and digging the gravel. With the money we make, we could even travel. Can't part ways with this place. You should think it over, of course. I've already sold the horse. I looked at his face and said, please, can you help me sell my butter and cheese? I'll sell the cheese, but the butter you can toss. It'll be the scrawny villager's loss. 'Cause I need it for a puzzle later, you see. I need it to grease a door or something, you see. Wordsmith. Master Wordsmith. I guess I can just ascend into space. That's another option. Who needs to work a farm when you can be space butter? I woke up with a feeling strong that something was wrong. Chilly outside, a smell in the air. Something felt wrong, I swear. I mean, I assume it's the space slab. Let's go to the slab. To the slab. Wow, wow. The theremin's going hard. Aurora Borealis. Gimme. Look down and guess what I found? Leg's cowbell on the ground. And the slab is glowing. A light seemed to radiate from the salty rock slate. It gave me a feeling I couldn't define. A chill went down my spine. Butter the rock. Look at it again. New. Leave the slab. I mean, go back to the cow pen to see that one of them's missing, I imagine. Lady, don't you know a call to adventure when you see one? An accessory from a loved one. A mysterious glowing light. A fear grew in me, a dark stir. A light was missing. I needed to find her. Alright. Go back to the slab. Excuse me. Is she possibly in the slab? No, no touching the slab yet. Eat the slab cheese. Like was stuck. She couldn't get out. My voice was weak. I tried to shout. Tried to call her, but my voice was too weak. All that came out was a muffled shriek. Like spell I'd found, it made a jangly sound. No offense, but that made no sense. I shook the bell and hoped she'd hear, but Like probably had water in her ear. Butter. No offense, but that made no sense. That was pretty quiet. Oh, no, I get it now. Swim out of the water. I banged the bell with great tension. It seemed to work. It got her attention. Just keep doing it, I guess. A little more and she would make it to shore. She's swimming through the rock! Demon cow! There, there, I said to us both. I'll always take care of you. That is my oath. After a sleepless night, I led the cows to graze. It felt good to feel the sun in my face. Today I had to clean out the manure. These were things a farmer must endure. What am I gonna use the spoon? An earthy taste. A pleasant scent. Hey now. Do you want some butter? I got butter. I can't sell it to these people because they want margarine. But if you want butter, I got some butter. Fresh made. A thunderous sound, the heat you could feel, apparition so strange it could make you kneel. Was it a dream? No, it was real. To the slab! Real slab hours. No, my cows. I just get right under that thruster. The thunderous steam and gas made it impossible to pass. My mind blank, I was glued to my feet. It was like staring into a furnace of blue, intense heat. Spoon. Butter. Wood. Go back? No, it will not even let me. I mean, whatever I'm supposed to do. Throw butter at it. Whatever I'm supposed to do, it's clearly, like, here. Cows look confused and scared, poor things. What was that terrible machine with wings? Oh, okay, it just wanted me to inspect the cows. How silly of me. They took my cows, lifted them through the air. My jaw dropped, my eyes a 1,000-yard stare. Suddenly, the ship took off with a hiss. Hey, you're not getting away with this. Make a yump. The ship was maneuvering just beneath. My heart was pounding. I grit my teeth. If I jump, I need quite some speed and time my leap perfectly to succeed. Time to commit. I went for it. Dead. My head was hurting, truth to be told, but at least I'd found my foothold. Now that I hadn't died, I had to find a way inside. Just bonk off it. Fall down like 200 feet. All were closed, no handles exposed. Huge dome glistened in the sun. I looked for windows, but found none. Can't run on the ship. There were some markings on the floor, but nothing that looked like a door. It was a strange-looking panel with holes. There didn't seem to be any controls. It wouldn't lead to progress, just a big greasy mess. There's no plan. I wasn't being clever, but maybe the spoon could be used as a lever. The spoon stuck out a bit, but otherwise it was a perfect fit. It seemed the lever was used to obstruct the steam covering from that duct. And then the ship blows up. I bent down to investigate. It was a very hot metal plate. The butter went from a thick hard piece to a melted oil, a pool of grease. Time to butter a door. Can I get my spoon back? Please? Please? May I have my spoon? No? Of course, it was used. You can't use it anymore. It's used. Butter the panels. Could the oil work as a lubricant, perhaps? But the hatch was smooth without any gaps. Maybe the melted butter would grease the edges of this metal piece. The butter filled the edges and disappeared. This was my last chance, I feared. The hatch would still not budge. Maybe if I... Meow. Fudge! The panel still stuck. Oh, fuck! I'd bruised my lip, but I was inside the ship. It was a sheeter panel that I couldn't dismantle. I felt fear. I heard footsteps near. Hey, what up? How you doing? The old man spoke in a strange tongue, his voice and face far from young. Instead of trying to understand, I turned away and ran from the man. And then came back. Oh no, an older man! The woman. My bad. The queen-like figure stared with eyes so tense she spoke in a language that made no sense. I told her quite frankly, I don't understand. Your words must arrive from a faraway land. I think in that moment we both understood speaking like this would do us no good. Bonk. Her words sounded strange, but now they made sense. She asked me my name, her voice slightly tense. I told her the truth. My name is Ruth. Ruth, she said, her eyes narrow. It sent a tremor through my marrow. This is the Veda. Welcome aboard. You managed to get here of your own accord. I am Amrita. They call me impressed. Getting on board must have been quite a quest. What can I say? I faced my fear. I couldn't just stay and see my cows disappear. This youthful irreverence, I find it refreshing. This might have all been a blessing. I needed to ask, ahem, where are my cows and where did you take them? Your questions are many, I'm sure. Let me rather give you a tour. Come, she said, and gestured me to follow. Down the corridor, our footsteps sounded hollow. Where are my cows? You know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come with me. Thankfully, she has the magic Duolingo stick. Welcome to the Veda. Come with me. There is much to show and much to see. I never knew all this existed. All in due time, Amrita insisted. Could you move a little faster? A little spring in your step? Have a little life. Have a little pep. This is the Biodome, our holy retreat. Here the animals sleep and eat. The dome was filled with air and light. It was truly a magnificent sight. This is the high point of our tour. As you can see, your cows are secure. Animals. All I could say is, what are they? Once the milk beasts were plentiful and diverse, now these are the last 4 in the universe. Amrita's head hung low. Whoa, the last bull died eons ago. As I asked, my heart nearly skipped a beat. Are my cows merely food for your beasts to eat? Amrita laughed. Milk beasts are herbivores. They are peaceful and only eat grass, of course. What did you do to my head with your wand just before? I said. The brief pain notwithstanding, it gave you the gift of understanding. I must see your cows. I got word from our henchman. He said they're wonderful, quite the specimen. I let out a huge breath of relief. They hadn't ended up as ground beef. This is our pal, our expert on bovine. He says your cows are divine. His voice was old. I must admit, these are beautiful, a perfect fit. A perfect fit, you say, for what, if I may? For the sacrifice, of course, he said without remorse. What sacrifice? Tell me now, and no lice. Girl, please stop your crying. You see, our breed is slowly dying. If there's 4 left, they're more than slowly dying. Through vision blurred, I heard, only your cows can save our herd. My heart sank like a stone. You kill my cows to save your own? Not kill per se, but a sacrifice must be made, I'm sorry to say. Why, what does the sacrifice compromise, and why does it lead to my cow's demise? I understand what I'm saying is bold. We transfer youth from the young to the old. To believe it must be seen, let me show you the age machine. Her voice was proud, and she said, Ruth, this is the machine that regains lost youth. Your cows will save our holy herd when we have had their age transferred. Why do you need my cows for this? It felt like being swallowed by an abyss. A trade must be made for aging to reverse. These are the laws of the universe. Matter for matter, they must be the same. Age is an ember, but youth is a flame. Please, there must be some other way. I will do anything you say. Amrita's lips curled. Anything, girl. Let's not stay and chat. See that circle? Step into that. Yeah, okay. The circle to the right. It's in your line of sight. Oh no, now I'm old! I asked her what she wanted. She scowled like she was haunted. She said with badly hidden aggression, give me your most valuable possession. I don't have much to give. I've got my things where I live. In an unexpected rage, she cried, give me your age! Oh no! Now I'm old! Bones bent, skin crawled, heart pounding, and mind appalled. Mind lagging, titties sagging. Oh, made my hair grow out. Neat. I'm happy to see you up and awake. I'm sure you're confused. Your body must ache. The man seemed understanding. I didn't have to explain that every part of my body was in an excruciating pain. Why is my body different? I asked in dismay. And why is my blonde hair turned so gray? Your youth has been stolen by our queen when she put you in the age machine. His shocking words cut me like a knife with a proof that I was at the end of my life. But what can I do? Can it be reversed? Can I get young again, or am I cursed? I'd love to help you, but I have no years to spare. The ship is filled with elders, as far as I'm aware. Now please excuse me, I have lots of work to do. The feast is soon upon us, and I would hide if I were you. Please don't touch that drink. It's not ready, I think. picked up the empty jar. Now where is the nearest bar? It was an unfamiliar appliance meant for some strange science. Nap time. There was one bed left free. I hoped it wasn't meant for me. The woman looked like a great-grandparent, just skin and bones, almost transparent. Were all these elders here at rest a result of Amrita's youth-obsessed quest? Once these people had probably been agile, now they look close to death, so fragile. Beep. The sleeping person looked old and frail, breath so heavy, skin so pale. Everything seems to be in order here. I have to get back to my brewing beer. Okay, so there's a distraction button. Good to know. It was hard on my body to kneel, but I picked up a bolt made of steel. The glowing matter was shining so great under the stuck bent metal plate. I hadn't been here long, but I guessed it meant something was wrong. It looked like the rising beam of light could reverse gravity, but just not quite. Ugh, sprint. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to exclaim. I never quite got your name. Oh, pardon my forgetful condition. Gopal's my name, the ship's physician. Right now I'm having trouble with the yeast and preparing the brew for the upcoming feast. I hope I've left you less confused. Please, Ruth, may I be excused? It was a mystery I needed to unravel. What is the ship and from where did you travel? We have traveled for countless generations, searching, visiting, and making new relations. Our history goes back 1,000 suns. We have made countless galaxy runs. This sun or a different one? I was born long after the last bull had died. For ages, Amrita has been our master and guide. We search, we pray, we abide the rules, but the future is bleak when we're kept as old fools. I looked around suspicious. Why is Amrita the queen so vicious? Be careful, these walls have eyes and ears. You don't want to lose any more years. Amrita is our queen and supreme leader. She keeps us at bay and forces us to feed her. Everyone's afraid. We bow with closed lips. She controls everything with the staff she equips. She takes care of our herd, that's the truth, but most important for her is her own youth. She has taken so much, many years from our lives. When we are gone, she's the one who survives. What a joik! I asked the lady who was sewing, hello there, how is it going? Hello dear, I'm awfully occupied. Her face looked puffy like she'd recently cried. I am Ruth the Milkmaid, I said. I am Anissa. I work with needle and thread. The sewing looked terribly painstaking. What, may I ask, are you making? Oh my stars, I'm going to be sick. This cape I'm making is far too thick. Amrita demands a flowing cape, but my fabrics are heavy and won't hold its shape. I can't make this cloth fly like silk in time before the feast of the milk. Do you know a way to get young again? Maybe I could trade years with some younger men. The seamstress went quiet, her sewing slow. She muttered, I'm sorry, I wouldn't know. Fabrics looked like heavy fur, too rough for any connoisseur. Get out of there. You pop up again, why don't you? Anyway, I'm gonna sabotage your ship now. Hope you had fun flying, because it's time for dying. It was like a revolving spool, spinning like a whirlpool. Throw a nut in it. I could feel my ideas dwindle. That did not work on the spindle. A burning flame with no sense of gravity was floating inside this huge round cavity. Throw the nut at it. Even with perfect aim, I didn't want to use that on the flame. Hello there, miss. I'm the mechanic, Viss. You look new. Have I seen you before? And what did you come down here for? I explained my dire situation. Viss shook his head for the whole duration. How can she demand our support when all she does is extort? If I wasn't this old, I'd disobey. My power tools would sure make way. What are you repairing? I asked and looked at the strange thing. This is a hover sled. An older design would use it to herd our bovine. There's been some problems with the steering. It has a tendency to suddenly start veering. And of course, no one here can ride the sled. We're too old, and soon we'll all be dead. Do you need help to fix it? I can aid. You just have to teach me the tools of the trade. There's not much you can do to help, I think, unless you give me something cool to drink. Well, there's, what I need the beer for. He looked up and said with a certain snide, to use that dimensional focuser, you need to be qualified. Hey there, let me set you straight. No one touches my void crate. Don't touch that, he said with a scoff. That power tooth will rip your face right off. Hey lady, hold still. No one touches my power drill. Alright, step one. Go get the drinky sippies. I spotted a tuft of black hair. Hey, who's back there? A child. This is Halim, the last boy on board. He must be hidden until order is restored. If Amrita finds out, all hope is lost. We must keep him secret at all cost. When I grow up, I'll change the rules. I won't let the queen treat us like fools. Halim, my boy, your time will come, but now I need you to keep mum. Now quick, go hide, Anissa cried. Alright, I need to get your beer. So let's distract you here. I could take the glass, yes, but that would create a big wet mess. I asked with slight apprehension, what is this feast you mentioned? When the milk beasts are rejuvenated, we celebrate. Amrita the queen demands it, and we must fill her plate. Gopal's head hung. I wish it was I who got young. Please don't touch that drink. It's not ready, I think. Do it again, but switch the glasses. Let's try that. Yep, there we go. I switched glasses, hoping what I was doing wouldn't cause problems for the doctor's brewing. I did it! I solved a puzzle! It smelled faintly of yeast, but it was cold at least. Anyway, here's the cold drink. You can drink it, I think. I don't know. That's the best I got. Blah. Yeah. You are a kind woman. You're the first who's come down here to quench my thirst. What are you repairing? Bovine, start veering. Soon I'll be dead. There's not much you can do to help. I think you've already helped by giving me that drink. Curse this broken hover sled, the sweating mechanic said. Looked like some kind of blueprints. Symbols so tiny I had to squint. Yeah, I just don't really know what that means. Here, take this. Looks like an elevator bolt to me. You can borrow my drill to get those free. Okay. I normally don't lend out my tools, but you've been so kind at bending the rules. Puzzle solving, puzzle solving. Got the extra wood forever. He's dead. Murdered. Killed. If I open the metal cover, maybe the glowing matter I discover. Touch. Yeah. There's a strange soft material, lighter than air, ethereal. Ah, maybe something you can make a light cape out of. Oh, he's back. Hey, I stole your beer. Get owned. I can't even talk to him now. Don't want to have the confrontation. I took out the floating blob and asked if it could help her job. That looks light, almost witching, but I can't use that blob for stitching. Well, fine. We'll be down here at the spinning thing. I remembered Mother back on the farm when we had sheep that she was spinning yarn. It went quite well, I said, as I looked at the floating thread. The blob had spun to a thin, fine thread, but if I touched the spool, my fingers would shred. Get it on the drill. The ethereal blob had spun into a yarn that weighed none. Here, take this. Oh my, what a wonderful thing you've brought me, floating string. This should make the cape float, her voice thick, a lump in her throat. Better fix that elevator before the queen sees, or else she'll reprimand us and have us up on our knees. Better make the next level available. The cape is done as you commanded. Man, how old is she that taken away from the young adult did nothing? And you did this yourself, single-handed? Yes, my queen, it took a while to shape this delicate textile. Well, for starters, I don't like the color, and for size, why make it smaller? Am I not a righteous queen who serves, protects, and keeps our grass green? Should I not be well dressed at least in time before this important feast? Of course. Without remorse, I work and pray to keep our herd alive for another day. I ask you to do one easy job, and you do it carelessly, like a slob. You are not a person who cares. I think you owe me some of your yares. No, go. Power driller in the back. Hey kid, stay. There is another way. It's called murder. Listen, I have a plan. If you want to stop this madness, you'll have to be a man. You help my mother, I'll help you. I'll help you. Just tell me what you want me to do. Look, time is of the essence. Let's skip your whole adolescence. Are you sure you want to go through with this? There's nothing about my childhood I'll miss. A shiver ran from my feet to my shoulder. That's the circle that turns you older. I'm not sure how this works, but I must confide. Please try standing on the other side. So I'm not sure how to turn it on. Maybe we just count down. 3, 2, 1. Yay, I'm young again. How does it feel to be grown? Halim replied with a groan. I sure feel different, more old than new. Also, I see everything from a different point of view. It's such a long way down to the floor. My voice seems darker, of course. Growing up is tough on body and mind. We'll catch up, take a rest, and unwind. Mother, what has she done? It's Halim, your son. I could hear Halim sobbing and crying. Even a man grieves when his mother is dying. Also, he is still a child. These people had worries far bigger than mine. My resolve hardened. I'd forced the queen to resign herself to falling from the ship to her death. This place was so fascinating. Flying staircases, lights pulsating. It looked like a memorial or a holy place with a statue sent here with a milk beast's face. I didn't understand these people's beliefs, but the shrine was decorated with flowers and leaves. Oh, you're gonna make me go through all sorts of doors. Doors that work slowly. Welcome to the ship's womb. You are Ruth, I presume. I stammered yes. How did you know? Behind her hood, her face wouldn't show. I'm the librarian. Knowledge is my trade. We've waited a long time for you. We have prayed. I gave the room some looks. If this is a library, where are the books? All our knowledge is embedded in this hall. I'm the one who picks up the answers from the wall. Every square is a piece of information. My work is finding the right translation. My mind was trying to adjust its worldview, and what's this floating water statue? We call it the oracle, but hey, that's mostly rhetorical. Answers are most of the time simple and pure, but asking the right questions is difficult for sure. The oracle helps you with the most important task, how to ask. You say you waited for somebody like me. I don't understand. I'm just a nobody. Never think so little of yourself and your power. Every life matters, and you have your hour. A single grain can stop the cogs of a machine. A tiny egg, if hatched, can become a queen. You are young. You're a coiled spring. You are the one who can change everything. Do you have a question? The oracle might give you a suggestion. I looked into the water's reflection and I felt a wave of introspection. Maybe the answer is in these libraries. What is the staff that the queen carries? It is a force controlled by its chief. It can serve compassion as well as grief. Patterns of light danced across the room. A smell of seaweed, a strange perfume. What happened to my mother? The library's voice went low. I don't know. Forgive me if this sounds dumb, but where do you come from? We all originate from the same place. Our common home is space. Are you going to tell me something useful? Maybe my head is just thinking slowly, but why do you hold your milk beasts holy? All life is sacred, especially those who give and provide as long as they live. Everything's so strange. I don't know what to feel. Is this a dream or is this real? Ah, it's real. You can feel pain. That's something dreams can't feign. I don't know. Yeah, it's just the same things from earlier. Go faster. I could take that offering. That feels like an option. I could see vaguely the queen through the glass. I had to be careful. I didn't want to trespass. I can only use the drill on screws. Not with that attitude. Piece of fruit was lying there, rotten. Maybe a sacrifice. Maybe just forgotten. But it is a thing I can touch, and therefore it is mine by divine right. Oh, hey, you look like you could use a rotten fruit. The chef looked like he was swearing. What dish are you preparing? A veggie stew for the celebration, but for me this is only frustration. We ran out of spice a long time ago, so everything tastes bland, you know? All I've got are these tasteless roots. Oh, how I long for some fresh fruits. If this meal disappoints the queen, she'll retire me, if you know what I mean. That knife looks sharp. Do you have another? Maybe I could borrow one if it's no bother. Sorry, miss, I need my blade to cut these roots, I'm afraid. But if you could get me something tasty for the stew, something fresh, I could probably lend it to you. On the chef's table, propped vegetables finely chopped. A bland smell coming from the stew. Maybe it needed something fresh and new. So I have to find something young to transfer the fruit's oldness to. My butter! On the floor were parts of the decoration ordered by the Queen for the celebration. Hello there, ladies. How do you do? My name is Ruth. Nice to meet you. You hear that, Teethy? She called you a lady. You don't deserve that title. You're so shady. Gustava, you're no better. Remember the mechanic? You fled to your bedroom naked in panic. So are you in charge of the decorations? They look nice. Congratulations. It's a secret, but I'll spoil it. We dragged the garlands through the toilet. You see, we don't like the Queen very much. She's unstable and uses the staff as a crutch. Before I take my cows back to my farm, I'll stop her so she can do no more harm. That's the spirit. I wish I was your age. How, when my breasts weren't below my ribcage. But seriously, we wish you the best of luck. Tell the Queen she's a stupid lame dog. Doesn't seem like they'll be very, useful. Gimme! I took the metal plate. It was quite lightweight. There was a hollow channel hidden behind the panel. Just hop in. Just go in there. You're only young as much as you want, actually. The tunnel was narrow and tight. The darkness gave me fright. I could feel the chute split. Should I continue or should I quit? I've come to a dead end. My crawling adventures I'd have to suspend. Try again. Unless you want me to get a light source. So, what was I doing in this dark maze? Again, the shaft split in two ways. Let's try up. Again, I could feel the tunnel split. Should I go up, down, or quit? I don't know if this is supposed to be solvable without a light source, or if it wants me to go find one. Come to a dead end. There's nothing dead that way. I decided I should stay. Hey, it's the slab. It was one of those huge salt pillars. Maybe they were used by some distillers. Next to the red patch was a closed hatch. Touch. It was closed before, now it was an open door. Thank you. Cogs were slowly revolving like my brain when a puzzle solving. Put wood in there. Looking down on Earth, my awe grew. Such a beautiful planet, so brilliantly blue. Before my return, I offer my assistance to these poor people and their hopeless resistance. Hollow tones sounded when the pipe was pounded. Up there's some screws that the drill can maybe get loose. Push the button. Still hollow. Let's open it and leave. The The beasts were big, a sight to behold, peaceful and leathery. They sure looked old. Please, there must be some way that you could save my cows today. My hands are bound, I am afraid. Amrita holds the power and can't be swayed. And even if I were to be trying, our holy herd is still dying. What's wrong with the beast over there? Her horn is broken and her breath irregular. That's Yogita. She's the wild one of the herd. Last time in the age machine, something occurred. She went berserk and her tail flung, almost like she didn't want to get young. Now we must tie her down to make her stay, and feed her sleepy grass to keep her at bay. Gimme. Took some yellow plants and stuck them down in my pants. There's a huge cavity below the rock that defied gravity. After what they'd been through, it was quite amazing that they were all quietly, happily grazing. Frog! Quality frog. That was far from weak. Hey, stop, don't hop. Just want to hear you call. Froggy, please wait. I won't put you on a plate. Bam! Like with her wonderful physique has caught the frog that won't squeak. Grabbed. What would I do without you? Well, now I have a loud frog. Let's put the frog in the water. That sounds fun. No frog in the water. Also, I left it open, but it was closed when I came back. To the age machine. The stairway looked battered. The slope had shattered. Alright, I guess I don't have the thing I'm supposed to... Maybe I was doing the ship a disfavor, but maybe it would give the water some flavor. Maybe that'll make someone sleepy. Can I use the frog to determine which path is a dead end? No, I guess not. Yeah, just go back. But maybe if I put the frog in the hole... Didn't want to throw that down there. It was dark and go anywhere. And that way sucks. Want a frog, ladies? Alright, now who's asleep? The milk beast was sleeping with a snoring son. With a rope around her horn, she was bound. The rope was taut, impossible to unbind. It was the hardest knot you could find. Are you sure? Oh, that blueprint from earlier showed the solution. I bet. To the... yeah. This is strange. I can smell a change. As I looked into the water's reflection, I felt a wave of introspection. What is my fate? You have a fate, but you're not chained. You have the power not to be contained. How can I not be afraid? You should be afraid, make no mistake, but fear keeps you sharp and awake. Alright, so do you give a different answer now? Nope. Do you want a frog? Do you want a plate? Do you want a power drill? Hey, actually, the old lady did say they wanted morning glory. I got wood. Come on, at least be a funny line. Nah. Alright, let's go back down. But what do I need a frog for? Are you alright? I asked the man, a poor sight. Oh, my stars, thank you, Ruth, but things are not good, to tell you the truth. I was trying to make a brew for the feast when something happened and the pressure increased. Suddenly, the brewing machines exploded. They're old, and the pipes have probably corroded. Everything is lost. The queen will be so crossed. This has to stop. We have to contravene. I just know how I can stop the queen. Steal the staff. It contains the power, but don't get caught. It will be your final hour. Here, let me help you to your feet before I show the queen her defeat. Nah, just let an old man sit and rest. Go get the staff. Do your best. Can I play with it? Can I frog it? No. Hey, you got a something. It was Anissa's needle she used for sewing. She wouldn't miss it where she was going. But do the crates want a frog? Hey, do you want your power drill back? No. Can I borrow your oil can? I asked the old man. It's almost empty, a sad state of affairs. I need it for oiling and squeaky repairs. It's a new bonnet. Don't worry, I'm on it. Oh, yeah, I got that. Here. This is good. I can use this as a hood. A few more adjustments and she's ready to fly. Now I just need a pilot who's not afraid to try. That's me! Now that the hood is firmly affixed, I believe the hover sled is fixed. Can I borrow your oil can? Now that your bonnet is busted, I need someone to test it. I'm too old, I can't see well, and the last time I drove, I fell. I know how to ride a bike. I can try it out if you like. Alright, let's go. If it can fly, I want to know. Let's get this baby flying. I hope you won't find it terrifying. I'm a little nervous. What's your advice? I'm afraid I'll ruin your sled. It's so nice. The controls are simple, but it might be rough. The tiny adjustments are usually enough. I'll give it a try. Let's fly. See that floating rock up there? Try to reach it, but take care. Easy on the controls if you want to avoid rolls. Okay, so don't do the same thing twice. Yeah, that's it. On your first trip, you made it up there, Ruth. It's true, your talent is rare. Ah, here's the young fruits. On the tree that had taken root, branches were filled with fruit. It had been a nice sidetrack, but it was time to get back. This was going well, and it died. Then I fell. Can't be using that anymore. Gotta remove a puzzle piece. How are you feeling? You took quite the fall. A little dizzy, that's all. But how is the sled? Is it complete? It completely destroyed? Don't worry about it. It will keep me employed. Broken machines we can repair, but we have no people to spare. I realized out what was wrong thanks to this test of ours. It'll be up and running again in a few short hours. Do you want a frog? Do you want a needle? Do you want the fruit? Alright, guess I'll be back for the oil can. Oh, right, and I needed to, like, check the blueprints. Down, up, down. Okay. It's just down, up, down. Queen, I think your rule is unsustainable. An eternal life, now that's unattainable. Something like that. Seemed the machine could permute even small things like fruit. The fruit looked ripe and delicious, hopefully tasty and nutritious. The fruit had shrunk indeed. All that was left was a shiny seed. Wait, no, not that. On the right, on the right. Wait, no, that was also wrong. Do you want a seed? Do you want a needle? Do you want that? Alright, let's just hit them all. What's over here? Again, I forgot. Is this the kitchen? Yeah. Now get me the violence ending. Wow, ripe saber fruit. These are quite delicious. This will please the queen so vicious. Here, hold my knife while I get these prepared. Thank you so much. My life is spared. Maybe I should put the seed here? Nah. Hey, you said you wanted Morning Glory. How about some seed? Alright, in we go again. Down, up, down. Can you do this a little faster, please? You go slowly to discourage players from brute forcing it, basically. No, you didn't. Fine, I'll brute force it. I looked at those schematics. They definitely went down, up, down. It might be just, like, look at your relative position, but no, I'm up, and it looks like I'm going up again. I guess that's right. I saw a sliver of light ahead. Into the Queen's room. Rita's staff was directly below, stuck in a hole emitting a blue glow. In the chute, I could see a plate of fruit and a bottle of brute. The Queen sat there, quite relaxed, while her people were dying taxed. Looked like the Queen lived quite well while she kept her people in conditions like hell. Sharp edge quite enticing, but that needed no slicing. Like, what do you want from me? Throw a seed at her. So get out of the vent. It lined up with my expectations. It seems Amrita kept gloomy decorations. I don't think I can do anything yet. Knife. Does the frog want to go on the machine? No. I don't really know what else it wants me to do. Ask some questions, I guess. No. I was wondering, like, don't need a suggestion if I have a real question. How can I save my cows from harm? The probability for return is close to 0, even if one would act as a hero. You're not very helpful. We visited our farm before. According to our ancient records, we've previously visited your fjords. I didn't want to deface this holy place. I do. Bust in with a knife. I'm kinda out of ideas. Give the kid a knife. Yeah, nothing else in here. They got one of the salt pillars. Stretchy, stretchy. Do you want a knife? Do you want a seed? Do you want a needle? Do you want a frog? Yeah, not seeing anything from him. Doesn't look like I can do anything with any of these. Yeah, I'm pretty well stumped. What can I place on this shelf? Do you want a frog? What? Hey Froggy, here you can sit. This seems like a perfect fit. The frog fit snugly, so it was quite cute, but it made no sound. It was mute. Oh, gotta oil that squeaky spool with my oil squirt gun tool. This is soon dry, he said with a sigh. Do it again. Gotta stop that squeaky noise before something destroys. That's it, no more grease. I've no use for empties. So that was some moon logic. Goodbye, little frog. Thanks for your help. Sorry I pricked you and made you yelp. And sorry you're in this game. Goodbye. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Okay. Moving on. I'm accidentally, like, moving the... These crates are suspicious. I'm accidentally moving the window. Well, I have an empty squirt gun now. That doesn't help. Do you want a squirt gun? I don't think you were supposed to still say that. I don't know, I could fill it with water? I could fill it with the think juice? Yep, suck it into the gun, hoping it was the right thing I'd done. Now I go through the pipes, singing pipes. And squirt the queen. Down, up, up. Oh, thanks. Aiming directly at the queen's face would certainly end badly in disgrace. The bottle was far too narrow to hit. Its opening was just a tiny slit. I took a deep breath and was quite alert. I aimed at the glass and then squirt. I don't think anything's wrong. Oh, I'm sleepy. Good night. My potion had worked. The queen was asleep. From the looks of it, her slumber was deep. It's a good thing she's inattentive and me so inventive. That one was pretty good, I think. I squirted the juice right into her drink. Ah, I'm on a roll! That's the wrong one. Behind the door, the queen was sleeping. I was out in the hall peeping. Well, I mean... Well, she wouldn't see me. She's asleep. Game? The needle. Maybe they can lockpick it with the needle. Kinda seems like I'm getting to the end, but like... I don't know. No. Door was locked from the inside. Okay, maybe I can do something else from the grate? Did that do it? Can I, like, go through now that she's asleep? Just throw the knife at her. What do you want from me? Why does this happen? Where the inventory goes away and the game's like, no. Oh, I don't need to go that way. Is there anything else I can do with this pipe? I definitely don't feel like I'm puzzle solving. How about I get some water now? Whisper to the animal, this is a truce. You stay calm and I'll let you loose. You know what you're doing, I hope. Not a good idea taking that rope. Take care of the herd, I'll take care of the queen. She's dangerous to you all. I'll intervene. Okay, well, I have a rope now. Alright, back through the vent, I guess. I have rope now. Maybe with that I can get the... Here it went, my only hope. Luckily, I was quite good with rope. Gimme. It worked! The stiff was taken. I'd give it to Gobal before she would awaken. Gopal couldn't help but laugh. It's a miracle you've got the staff. The wielder of Veda's spear decides our next frontier. But what do I do? How can it be used? I'm not a leader, I'm just confused. I won't pretend to know its mode of operation. Can you feel its power? A strange sensation. I don't know. Maybe I feel a hint of vertigo. Yo, I'm mad now! Hey, old woman, you're powerless, probably. Ah, it's not vertigo you fear, it's fear. Now please, give me back my spear. Don't come closer, we won't say please. You plebeian fools, get down on your knees. You're no queen of mine, Ruth, it's your time to shine. Wave. Your effort is lackluster, stop waving it like a feather duster. Point. That staff will never obey, it's not just some child's play. Smack her with it. The staff can only be controlled by someone who's crossed the threshold. Well, shucks. Now you've had your little insurrection, what punishment is apt for such disaffection? For giving me the cold shoulder, I guess you'll have to get older. Ruth, quickly, run and hide before she has us both tied. I had to think of something quick, and Rita was mad and she had her stick. It's no time to escape, I will crush you like a grape. Don't come closer, I have a knife! That little thing won't save your life. Oh, my knife! How dare you board my ship and meddle with my power? Say your prayer now, this is your final hour. For your sins, you'll pay the ultimate price. Your life will be a useless sacrifice. Now, I face my fear. I've got nothing to lose. You're a coward. Bring on the abuse. Oh no, the abuse! There will be no refusing, there will be death. You're losing. Pew. When the pipe got loose, it almost fell. It sounded faintly like a cowbell. Simple human is no match for me. I will end you, no matter your plea. No! You're deranged. You can't take me. We will win. We will break free. There will be no refusing. Seed. I don't know. Rope? No. Pipe? Or a gun? Sounded like a cowbell, I thought just before I fell. Talk all you want. Nobody can hear. You are alone. No one can help you here. Is this all you got? Give it another shot. Oh no, another shot! Scream if you must, your end is nigh. The time has come for you to die. Stop that. Sounded like a cowbell again. Am I just supposed to keep doing that, like how I did it multiple times with the cow in the lake? Got lots of shots. It's really annoying. Cowbell again? Sure, I'll bleed. Can't you see the suffering? Your people are defeated. This would have never happened if they weren't maltreated. The cog's speed was halted by the seed. So if you refuse, she takes you up higher. That's the trick. Tied the rope to the spinning thing. Maybe it could work as a sling. Tied the can to the end of the rope. There it went, my only hope. Congratulations, you've annoyed me a little bit. Just chuck it. Like, please, no, don't leave me, don't let go. You saved me. You came in the end. You've always been loyal, always my friend. I'm so sorry, but she will depart. The queen's staff went straight through her heart. Where is the cow's heart? Can we take her to the age machine? Maybe it can fix her, make her clean. I'm sorry, but it's too late. She has already passed the gate. Like was a magnificent beast, we will pray for the deceased. Take the spear. Have no fear. Like, I suppose it is a spear. Don't be sad, it's not the end. Fill your heart with the love from your friend. Brandless animals, what a disgrace. I order you to get back in your place. Finger wave, 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 wave. I learned how to use the spear. You just stab. Your reign is over. You're no longer queen. Let's take her to the age machine. As Ruth dragged the queen to the age machine where all the elders gathered, it was quite the scene. Amrita was forced to withdraw after all the years. It was a coup d'etat. Everyone got back their youth. It was a just affair while Amrita withered and turned to dust in the air. And now there's a lot more people. And the queen has been obliterated after years of stealing age and causing mistrust. All left of Amrita were some bones and dust. We owe you, Ruth. You gave us back our youth. The veil has been lifted. It's great how I feel. This calls for a celebratory meal. It came true. My calculations were correct. You came to our aid. You came to protect. We have all healed. The staff is now yours to wield. You saved my life and took care of my son. I can't thank you enough for what you have done. Hopefully the future will bring you much joy. And you, Halim, went back to being a boy. Yeah, being old was tough. I'll be grown up soon enough. She got what she deserved. She had it coming. Now we're free. I can't stop humming. But what about the milk beasts? Once they die, my cows will never become a youth supply. I'm sure together we can lift this curse. We can go anywhere in the universe. That didn't last long. Something's wrong. Oh no, too much oil! What have you done? This ain't looking good. The engine's overheating. We'll fall to the ground if we can't get the ship fleeting. The fire doesn't look good. I'm scared. Do you have any idea how it can be repaired? Someone turned off the steam vents from the outside. I can't get them to open from here, even if I tried. Well, I might be the one to blame for this. I did something earlier to stop the steaming hiss. If we can't get the vents open, we are doomed. Gravity will soon have us consumed. How can I get outside? The hover sled's fixed. Fancy a ride? Have to jump off when we're over the lever. Take it out quickly. It's now or never. My spoon! Must not hit the wing, it will ruin the whole thing. Don't jump now, it's moving too fast. Wait until we're not moving past. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I got it. Run, open the exhaust before everything's lost. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, it's stuck. It's gonna break. It broke. Or, was that good? Did I do it? That was close, but you saved the day. What you've done for us will never repay. Let's get back on board. It's time to say goodbye to this fjord. This fjord where people don't buy butter anymore. Stab him in the back with a needle. I don't think the needle did anything, right? Old days, I must leave you behind. My future is elsewhere. Today, I'm unconfined. I'm gonna have to put something really stupid for the comments on this one for the spreadsheet. Like, I have to make a limerick. Not to be a dick, but I just don't like point and click. I shouldn't put swears in the thing. That seems inappropriate. Something about moon logic puzzles and put the frog in the hole. Like, there were hints to it, right? That the frog was really loud, and it squeaked, and the guy said that the oil can is for fixing squeaky things, and it was almost out, so you need to make the inference that if you can convince him that it's squeaking, he'll use it, and then it'll run out, and then you can take it, because he won't need it anymore. Like, that's the logic. But a frog? I mean, it's okay. I've beaten a point and click now. I've done it. It has not converted me, however. An okay point and click with a limerick rhyming gimmick. There we go. That's it. See you next, Space Cowboy. Okay. And it went full screen. That probably looks weird. Well, that's it then. For tomorrow, what have we got lined up for tomorrow? We've got Hunter's Moon. What the heck was Hunter's Moon? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a straight up Commodore 64 game, like a Commodore 64 homebrew game. And I think the original there was a Hunter's Moon originally for the Commodore 64, and this is a remaster or something. Anyway, that sounds neat. Commodore 64 games are real funky. So see you then.